We are here today with Whitney Peyton. What's your favorite place that you've gone on tour?
Oh my gosh, I want to say I've been a lot of places, but I've only been in North America. I've been in Canada and all over the United States. I would say I really like going to Florida. I really love Arizona a lot. I've never been there in the summer when it's like 7 jillion degrees. I've only been there in the winter, but I've been there in February and it's been like 80 degrees. I'm like, this is the greatest.
Winter, 80 degrees, boy, don't be
Exactly, yeah, like California. In the South, they get the craziest, I would say, as far as crowd-wise. Like crowds just being nuts and reacting to you really well. So as far as crowd-wise, the South's always been great for me too. So it's hard to pinpoint. They're all kind of really different.
Where do you see yourself in 20 years?
I hope I'm alive in 20 years. That would be a fucking accomplishment.
Well, I hope so too.
Yeah, thank you. It's hard. Where am I going to be tomorrow? I don't know. It's tough because in the music industry, I used to be the kind of person that when I first started out, I would come up with like 5-year plans. I would be like, yeah, I really want within the next 5 years to do this, that, you know, and like set up a blueprint of what I wanted to do. But I've realized more and more you can't do that because what you want and, you know, the opportunities presented to you change so drastically and can change within a week. Like, I would have told you 10 years ago, I want to get a major label deal. I want to get, like, you know, I want to be the next, like, Nicki Minaj. Before there was Nicki Minaj, I would say I wanted this major label deal, $1 million record deal. Now that's pretty unheard of. Like, now that's like a really weird thing, and major labels aren't doing as well. So now that might not even be a thing that is the same kind of goal. I'm not saying I'm opposed to record deals or anything like that, but you know, just the industry changes so much. It's so hard to come up with something that you want and that you're gonna still want 20 years from now. But just to be happy and feel successful no matter where I am, because success is really gauged differently person to person. So artists are kind of like the kind of people that never feel like they're successful because they always want more and more and more and think they can get higher and higher and higher, and that's good because it keeps you driven, but at the same time it also makes you slightly unhappy because you're never satisfied with where you are. So I'm just hoping 20 years from now I can find that satisfaction with my own definition of success.
That makes sense.
It's crazy. I love traveling, I really do. But I think, obviously, I think people like sleeping in their own bed. It's like a big thing. You'd be like, I can't wait to get home and sleep in my bed. And you never know where you're going to be, where you sleep. And then you're in a car driving to a long distance to the next location. I'm like this in the car. Like, I'm basically, they pack me up in the boxes, essentially, and then just take me out when it's time for the show. So at home, I like the fact that I can sleep in my own bed. I like the fact that you know what the shower's going to be like. At hotels, you're like, what? The shower's whack, you know? So that stuff's more predictable. And I don't have to eat powdered eggs at home. That's good. I like to cook a lot. So yeah. I just saute everything and I don't follow any recipe. I also make a lot of soups, and I make a squash and cream cheese soup that is fucking awesome. So yeah, and I'm in Philly and we use Philly cream cheese, of course. So.
And in your downtime, what would we find you doing?
Watching Netflix. I should have added that as things I miss from home. Yeah, watching Netflix. Because I lay low. The thing is, we're in a club every day. Like, we're in a club every day. We're getting offered drinks every day. It's just always a party life. And people are like, oh, you guys are probably crazy when you're home. You're probably like out at the club and all this stuff. And it's kind of like, well, why would we do that when we do that all the time? So I read a lot. I watch Netflix. I hang out with my family who's also located in Pennsylvania still. You know, really, really boring, normal stuff that people would be like, oh, this is, you know, this is not like very glamorous at all, but...
Name 3 titles that we would find on your Netflix queue.
Oh my gosh, well, Orange is the New Black, and I'm waiting for the new season. There's this show called Rain that I'm currently watching that is based in like medieval times. A lot of shows and a lot of documentaries. I'm also watching, I finished watching Making a Murderer, which follows a guy who was put in jail for a murder that essentially it looks like the police kind of set him up for.
Huh?
So it's really interesting. Like, you have to, yeah. I really like documentaries. I really like things that are based off fact because it's stranger than fiction, obviously. So that's really cool to me.
Now, if you could perform with anyone, who would it be? Anyone. It could be
anybody.
Somebody that, like Elvis
Barack
Presley.
Obama. No, I think
Wow.
Donald Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump featured on a track. That would be amazing.
That would be different.
That would be different. Because you said anyone. You didn't even say musician. So now you just left it open for me.
If you want to get up there
That
and
was like your
perform
first
with
mistake.
Donald Trump, I come, I'd watch it.
Exactly, it would go viral. I mean, musician-wise, I think I'm really feeling Die Antwoord right now. Do you know who they are? They're from, oh my God, where are they from?
Sweden.
Are they from
I
Sweden?
think they're from Sweden.
Where the mysterious voice behind the camera says Sweden. I think it's like, oh my God, I think it's like South Africa or something. I want to, now I like look like a horrible fan. People watching are like, you're an idiot.
She's in trouble
I'm
now.
sorry, I forget where they're from. They're overseas,
But you gave them a shout out saying
I did, Die Antwoord. I want to
she
collaborate
wants
with
to
them.
do a video with you.
Yeah.
Favorite song you perform?
My favorite song to perform, I think Whoop Dee Woo Woo is one of my favorites. I think Sorry I'm Not Sorry is one of my favorites just because these are fan favorites. So I think the fans would say, yeah. Because I have really deep songs, and then I have songs that are really silly, and then I have songs, you know, so they're kind of all over the board, and they all define me, just different ranges of my personality. But right now, one of my most popular songs is the song for my new music video, It's All Good, that is the single off of my new album, Break the Frame. And I think that's good because it's a more laid-back song. It showcases lyricism, but it's also fun. It's not too deep, and it's not too silly. So I think it's kind of like the right balance if someone was trying to see what I am right now, rather than, you know, look me up and then they find something older or whatnot. They were trying to see right now and get my personality and skill level. I think that would be the go-to.
Who is your inspiration and why?
I find inspiration in a lot of different things, sometimes not even music, but musically, right now, I would say a lot of the big underground cats like Tech Nine, Hobson, even mainstream artists like Adele or something like that, because Adele manages to come back after years and still put out an album that sells beats and syncs, you know, sales and copies the first week, and that's just incredible to me.
What's the one thing that you remember a fan doing that just stands out from the rest?
Fans are always giving us stuff, like that's a big thing. Fans buy me and my crew things all the time. They're always doing thoughtful things. They'll find on the internet things that we like, and they keep note of it and do those things and remember, and that's really, really flattering. I think one of the best things a fan has done for me is a fan that, you know, I met in, I believe it was it Minnesota or Minnesota, that he actually was in hospice. He couldn't come to a show, and he was in hospice, and he was dying of pancreatic cancer, and it was so sad, you know, and he let us come visit him at hospice, and that was really inspiring, and I think that's the best thing a fan could have done for me. It's not like that he bought me anything or gave me anything, it's just that, like in some of his final days, he was like, he had a big list of people that he could have come into the hospital, you know, and he could only have so many visitors a day, and he let me be one of his visitors, you know, and I'm sure there's plenty of friends and family that he had to see too, and he made some time for me, and that was really, really cool, and it was, yeah, really inspiring, and it changes your life to see something like that, so that was nice.
Well, I appreciate you doing the interview.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What up, it's your girl Whitney Peyton. Check out What's Up Chuck on Facebook, and also all the dope videos on Cam Media. The P.